Hello, I'm Chip Chessman, and I'm hosting my very first small group get-together tonight. I've never even been to a small group before, but I figured I would just go around the church, invite some people over, and you know what they say, just jump right in. The idea just hit me 2 minutes before the service started, so I borrowed the church's copier, and boom, my small group just increased exponentially on its first night. Do I know what I'm doing tonight? No. But I've paid a guy to come play music tonight. I'll pick up some food if there's nothing left over in the church's refrigerator. And I invited the guy with the biggest Bible. I figure if you're lugging that big old thing around, well, you're going to want to get it read pretty quick. So I think I've got my bases covered.
Met this new guy at church last week. His name was Chip, and he said that he needed a place to have a small group. He was really excited about it. I said, come do it at our house. My wife, Kim, not too happy about it. But I mean, really, it's a small group. How bad could it go?
Well, welcome to the very first ever Chip Chessman small group. And it really is a small group. I want to thank my hosts, James and Kim. Thank you so much for letting us use your house. You're a little late on getting your Christmas decorations put down, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Not a problem at all. Let's get to know each other.
My name is D. White, and obviously I go to church. Hello, Bible. I'm a Bible scholar, probably no more than any of you, all of you put together.
Well, of course I was invited because of my biblical knowledge. Plus, I make it a point to go to every small group at least a couple of times a year to ensure that they're living up to the Levitical standards.
Shelley, why don't you tell us about yourself?
The other small groups I went to, they were warm, fuzzy, friendly. Chips, a little aggressive.
You don't want to tell us anything?
No.
Group? Do we agree? No! You have to tell us something. Well, are you dating anyone?
Yes.
Oh, you are? Are you engaged?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Your biological clock, it's probably ticking.
Is that appropriate?
Right. All right, Shelley, thank you for sharing. We will come back to you, though. Okay? Be thinking about it. Kobe, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I'm here because I just came to try to make friends.
I can see how that's hard for you.
I found this on my car at church, and it says, we'll be getting our snack on. So
yeah, well, there's 2 fishes and 5 loaves. I think that'll be enough. We'll hit that up a little bit later. So just hang in there, big guy, okay?
Okay. Hungry! Hey.
The other day at Guitar Center, this guy came up to me and he said, hey, if you come play my small group for me, I'll give you $50. So I said, yeah. Funny thing is, I only know 2 chords.
All right, well, Evan, what brings you here?
You said you'd pay me $50 if I came.
All right, well, how about we do some scripture reading? Does anybody have a favorite scripture they'd like to read?
Well, does everyone understand Hebrew?
I understand Klingon.
See, that's why you don't have any friends.
One of my favorite stories from childhood, Leviticus chapter 13.
Would you like to read it?
I'll read.
Okay.
What'd you say? Leviticus
13. Table of contents, really, James? It's pretty simple. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. It's the 3rd book.
When anyone has a swelling or a rash or a bright spot on his skin.
That's good stuff. Just keep reading, James.
The reason that story is so important to me is because my mother used to read it to me as a young lad.
Small groups are all about trust. So we're going to do a trust fall. Kobe?
Okay. I trust my friends. Pizza's here. The trust fall didn't go exactly as I'd envisioned, but I got to meet some really interesting people. I think I injured myself, though.
Acapella, everyone! A kumbaya, my lord! Kumbaya! Kumbaya, my lord! Kumbaya! Kumbaya, my lord! Kumbaya! Where'd everybody go? We need to talk.
Look, while I applaud your enthusiasm and your passion, it's great. If all small groups were like that, I think Live Oak would have zero participation.
Well, I'm just an out-of-the-box thinker. I mean, maybe not everybody's ready for something like that.
Probably not. I mean, you put people on the spot. Maybe it'd be good for you to experience some other small groups. You know, see what they do. Well, Kim and I are in a small group. Everyone there is great. And you can either share a lot or a little. Just try to make sure that everyone's comfortable at their own pace. And you know my favorite part? Every week we have a potluck dinner.
Sounds okay. I could bring some pots and pans.
Well,
turns out I'm going in a different direction. James and Kim really needed me in their small group. They practically begged me. But I figured that's probably the way to go, you know. Get involved in a group where they can utilize my skills, and then once they no longer need me, then I may just reconvene Chip Chessman's small group extravaganza. You just never know.
Morning.